What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Yella, and I told y'all I'd be hitting y'all with a video to kind of go over my new toy, which is the Windows, the Dell Venue 8 Pro. So this is the Windows version, Windows 8.1. You see I got it right next to my iPad mini, which has been my all-time favorite tablet. Y'all already know how I feel about the iPad mini. I love it. Looking forward to seeing when the new one drops. But to be honest with you, this has been the best competitor to the mini thus far. And in a lot of aspects, it actually beats out the mini in my opinion. But we're going to get into that. I try to keep this video short, but I know I'm probably going to run over time because there's just so much to be said about this device. The screen is absolutely beautiful. IPS screen, but let's go ahead and we'll take a look around the device. Let me just turn this off. At the top of the device, you've got your Windows key and the 3.5mm jack for your headset. On the right side here, you've got the USB port, which charges this bad baby up. I need to get one of those, I believe it's an OTG cable, so that way I can run the full USB. There's the power button, the volume rocker. That's where you can put your memory, the micro SD. Let me pop that open because a lot of people think it's a full SD, but let me see if I can. Trying to be my cameraman at the same time. But if you take a look in there, that's going to be the micro SD. Okay, now at the bottom we got the speaker, which is a really good speaker. Nothing here on the left side. You got the camera, front facing camera. I wish they would have centered it. I believe for the Android version they actually centered the camera, which is a lot better if you're going to be doing Skype and and taking self portraits and whatnot. I'm not feeling the placement of the camera. And on the back, you got the 5 megapixel, camera. The Dell logo. Got your Intel inside, letting you know you're running the new Atom processor, which is very snappy. I'm loving that processor right now. And then on the back, there's a very nice texture that Dell put on this device. Makes it a lot easier to hold in the hand compared to the mini, which is definitely slippery. Even, I have larger hands, but this can easily slip out of your hand. You don't want that. I haven't dropped this thing. I've had it for a year. It's in really good shape. There's just some smudges there. But speaking of smudges, this thing is a fingerprint magnet, as you can see right there. I even just cleaned it off for the video too. But definitely a fingerprint magnet. Aside from that, the screen is just one of the best that I've seen, especially on an 8-inch tablet. But let me just tell you, this thing here, the idea of a tablet to me is to basically bring a desktop experience, but to a handheld device. Now, over the past few years, I've had my share of a few tablets. One of my favorites used to be the BlackBerry Playbook, which everybody knows that BlackBerry is pretty much fallen off the face of the earth. But the idea of the Playbook to me was great. I mean, it had the front-facing speakers, the nice textured back, so it wasn't that slick, in the hand. And it was a great browser for the web. Now, most of the viewers probably heavy on apps. Me, myself, I love a great browser because I'm always researching, always on the internet. So, I mean, the mini is great for gaming. And obviously, the Apple App Store has all the apps. But this is my new favorite browser. Let me just see if I can go back to the main page here. Everything just loads up so smooth. Downloads have been really easy on this thing. And it is running full Windows 8.1. So you can pretty much install any of your Windows programs on this small 8-inch device. Now, some people may not want to do that. They say the display is too small. someone like myself, I mean, this is perfect. You know, you got a pretty mobile device here. Let me just go to the desktop. That's me and my daughter right there. Y'all probably don't care, but anyway, this thing just loads so fast. Like it memorizes pretty much where you were in the last application, and you can just easily flip back and forth. It does have the split screen mode, as you can see there. So you can just kind of split the screen, or if you just want to, you know, bring something else in, get rid of that. Or if you just want to kill it all together, you just kind of swipe from the top, swipe it away, and resize it. But this thing here, let me just tell you, has a full computer, pretty much. Let me see if it'll switch back to portrait mode here. So I can go back to the desktop. I just want to, I need to hire a cameraman because it's tough to do all this with one hand while I'm holding this Galaxy Note 3. But I want to get into the program so I can show you that I've actually downloaded. There we go. Some programs here to the desktop. You can run Chrome. I even have iTunes installed here. Just to give you an idea. Let me see if I can open that up. I think I double tapped it. But you can put all your favorite programs. Now, mind you, this is the 32 gig version, okay? My advice, don't get the 32 gig. Because with the Windows 8.1, that whole 32 is almost eaten up right off the bat. So it definitely makes sense to get the 64 gig. I'm still within my 14 days, so more than likely I'm going to, you know, get the 64 if it's available yet. They also have I believe a 10.8 inch version of this coming out, so that's going to be pretty interesting. Might be a better buy for a lot of people. Plus, with it being close to the holidays, some of y'all might want to hold off, you know, and they may have a Black Friday special. I'm hoping. I don't know. But this device here was only $299. I mean, that's just unbelievable. Pretty much a miniature desktop computer for $299. Picture quality is decent. Nothing to really brag about. But, I mean, this thing will run pretty much whatever you want. And a lot of people are afraid of this because, you know, the Windows Store doesn't have a whole lot of apps just yet. But you got to keep in mind, this thing runs full Windows. So most of the time you can just get, you know, just the put in the website and just go right to whatever you're trying to get to. Like I use ESL for banking. I can just go to ESL.org or whatever right on here. So I don't necessarily need the app for it because you got your browser right here. Heavy gamers, they might not be big time fans of this right now, but there's not a whole lot of games. But again, if it's a browser-based desktop game, you can install it on here. You just got to get more memory. But overall, I'm definitely satisfied with this device. If there is any competition to the Mini, I would say that it's this device right here. I didn't get the stylus just yet. Debating on getting that or not. I don't know how much use I would put to it because, like I said, I do have the Note 3 that I'm actually recording this with. But yeah, so if y'all have any questions, you know, hit me up if you want to see anything running on this in particular. This device is just a beautiful device. I definitely, if I had to score it, I would give it definitely a 10 out of 10 right now, even though it lacks, you know, the apps that are available, but the browser makes up for that. So if you have any questions, hit me up. Any comments, you know, definitely leave that behind for me. And make sure I hit that like button. I do this for the people. We love gadgets. Peace.